Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is your weekly awareness and growth reading for December 3rd through the 10th. But before we begin, let's go ahead and start out by creating a sacred container. We are going to start out by welcoming in our higher selves, as well as calling upon Christ to consciousness to please join us at the table. We command our sovereignty in this time, dimension, place, and space, and we disinvite and we disallow all beings, energies, and entities of less than Christed consciousness. And now we set our intentions by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We welcome to the table now, and we invite in to join us our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, guardians of the four corners, Mother of the earth, Father of the skies, sacred ones. We call upon you now. We welcome you all here. We ask you to please be present with us and help us to understand, interpret, and to interpret these messages to the best of our knowledge as we receive them. Thank you. Okay, so if you are enjoying the content that I'm making, and if you're feeling extra generous because it's my birthday on Monday, I want to give me maybe a little early birthday present, leave me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling super extra generous, you can subscribe to my channels. If you want to find me elsewhere on the web, you can find me at ToniSummersTarot.com or on Instagram at ToniSummersTarot. And all the cards we're going to be using today are linked down below, as well as all the other links I just mentioned to help you find them for easy access. So, are we ready to begin? So we're going to begin today with the Moonology Oracle cards, and we're just going to pull one card just to see what is the overall vibe of the week of December 3rd to the 10th, 2022. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. What is the overall energy for the weeks of December 3rd through the 10th, 2022 for the collective consciousness and all the viewers who are watching? What do we need to know about the energy that is coming our way December 3rd through the 10th, 2022? There we go. It's the new moon in Aquarius. One thing to know about this week is that we do have the full moon in Gemini on the 7th, on Wednesday the 7th. So this is the new moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. Just give me a second and we'll flip to it. Aquarius, let's see where we're at. There we go. Aquarius. It says Aquarius is all about progress and being modern. So this is the time to move forward, loves. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come very quickly for you. Whether you get the change that you want, it depends on both, on whether you believe that you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with a suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own. But be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has that electric feel to it. Certainly, there's a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. So, loves, let's explore the idea that it's not what you know, but who you know in this sense, okay? Because Aquarius is definitely about community and getting out there and sharing the energy. So bring love to the situation, but maybe step out and do the work yourself. Really, this is about you. If you want something, you're going to have to put a little energy into it to make it work for you. All right, so this is the Souls on Fire Tarot, and let's see how this week looks. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. What can we expect for the week of December 3rd through the 10th, 2022? What is coming our way, and what will be the high points, and overall, where will we need to focus on our work to bring us into our highest alignment this week? Thank you, Spirit. Tell us about Monday the 3rd, Tuesday, wait, I said that wrong. Monday the 5th. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm getting my days completely wrong. I did mean the 3rd, but what I mean to say is Saturday the 3rd. This is Saturday the 3rd. Okay. Sunday the 4th. There we go. Monday the 5th. This is my birthday. It looks like, oh, there we go. Tuesday the 6th. Wednesday the 7th. Thursday the 8th, Friday the 9th, and lastly, Saturday the 10th. There we go. And above and below. Okay. All right, let's begin with Monday's message for, I'm sorry, I keep saying Monday because normally it should begin on Monday, so this is throwing me off because I am recording on the 2nd, so we didn't get the 1st and the 2nd on this one. So we're starting with the 3rd. Saturday, the 3rd, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse, and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So we need to look at this is a very, very similar message to if you haven't already looked at it, the overall message for the month of December for the personal messages for us. But this is definitely the time when we're going to be looking back at those things that maybe didn't turn out the way we wanted them to this past year. And we're going to look at the reasons why. And one of the main reasons that things didn't turn out the way they want them to is because we may not have left things behind that we should have. Maybe it could be old ways of thinking. It could be old habits. It could be old beliefs, people, patterns of doing things. Regardless, there's something that we should have left behind, parts of ourselves, an aspect of ourselves, a personal relationship, a career, something that we should have left behind that perhaps we didn't, and that lesson is going to become very clear to us because that is the reason why something that we were really trying to manifest this year, it didn't come to fruition. So that lesson is going to kind of show up for us on Saturday the 3rd. On Sunday the 4th, we have, there's a lot of understanding coming in this week. I can see the Ace of Swords. Okay, so you may be feeling a little uninspired on Saturday, and that's okay. Especially it looks like after maybe taking in a lot of wisdom and knowledge on Saturday. On Sunday, you may be feeling the need to not dig a little deeper. That on the other side, the other thing about this is that you could actually also want to know what it is that you don't know, okay? So, you started already kind of understanding what it is you didn't leave behind, and now you're maybe trying to understand how that situation has impacted you in ways that you didn't understand until now, okay? So there could be a little bit of digging. It depends on who you are. For some of us, I know when I've had a lot of emotional or mental overwhelm, the next day I'm usually like, okay, that's enough. But, some people don't necessarily. So let's see about, yay, Monday the 5th. Happy birthday to me. Okay, listen, I don't usually make a big deal about my birthday, but I'm going to celebrate every day because I can now, okay, y'all? So we have the 4 of Pentacles and we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. Interesting combination. I actually kind of want to ask a little bit. So this is, it feels like you may be holding back. Let me just get some clarity here on the 6 of Cups. Clarify with the 6 of Cups. Why is the 6 of Cups here? Why is the 6 of Cups here? Oh, interesting. So this is the bonus card. I'm telling you, this is a big week for you to understand why things worked, why things didn't work for you. And there's going to be a lot of hindsight, I think, coming in. And so as you see, we have raising consciousness here. And I think that's what's going to be happening. You're going to be understanding a lot more about your successes and your, I don't want to say your failures, but when things didn't go the way you wanted to this past year, you're going to really be able to understand that so that you can let go of the things that aren't working, because this is really about you leveling up. This is about you getting to a new level of mastery so that you can manifest a different, a higher quality of consciousness. And so what's happening here is it feels like you are taking a moment to, on Monday, really look at some things, possibly parts of yourself that go way back, maybe even to childhood, parts of yourself that are unhealed. And you're going to take a moment and just kind of focus on you. As some people say that this may even feel a little selfish, but that's the most beautiful thing of all, because being selfish is when we are raising consciousness. See, people confuse the word selfish for self-centered. What they mean to say is you're being self-centered. When you're being self-centered, you're putting yourself at the center of the universe and making it all about you. When you're being selfish, you are really focusing on raising your consciousness by connecting to your higher self and being, higher divinely guided. Okay, so it looks like we may be going into a higher looking at our subconscious blocks regarding unresolved childhood trauma, and because this may be coming up some over this weekend, especially if you're understanding what it is you didn't leave behind and really trying to go a little bit deeper into the understanding of how that has been impacting you. You may be taking the time to kind of sit still and really focus on what it is you want to get out of this understanding, this wisdom, this knowledge, and also just taking the time for yourself to take time for yourself, okay? Because here we have, and this is beautiful, on Tuesday, which is very interesting because especially with these two sitting side by side, or well, they're not side by side. This is Sunday and this is Tuesday, so we only have one day in between them. And what's funny is what do we have in between them? And you can tell I'm getting the energy going because I'm talking very fast. I apologize. I'm trying to slow down. Raising consciousness. And it's very interesting that that's between these two cards, between the Ace of Swords and the Tower here is showing up in reverse. So we have the Tower showing up. Here's Aries. Mars energy showing up here on Tuesday the 6th. This is kind of, to me, a spiritual awakening. It really feels like you are gaining wisdom, you are gaining insight, and understanding something much deeper. And the thing about this is it feels like you're not resisting it, okay? Now, I'm not saying this is going to feel great as you're going through it. In fact, it may not feel great at all. It may feel, listen, the good news is, at least the Tower is in reverse. Because to me, whenever I see the Tower in reverse, that means that you are barely, or you're narrowly, I should say, are escaping major catastrophe. Okay, so to me, this is more about a aha moment. But sometimes I've learned, at least in my life, maybe this is just because I am who I am, but for me, sometimes the biggest and hardest lessons come when I have to kind of go through some deep pain. I have to feel it. I have to see it. I have to look at it in the eye. We have to do a little dance before I can really understand the lesson that I'm supposed to learn. Okay, so that could be on the cards, but also the thing to hear could also be that because you've had this kind of weekend of understanding, having some hindsight, understanding what you didn't understand, this kind of raising of consciousness, looking at how some programming, limiting beliefs, maybe even from your childhood, how they're keeping you from success and abundance and prosperity and wealth that you want, and just the happiness in the life that you want. You may be looking at these limiting beliefs from your childhood and understanding where they come from and understanding why are you holding on to them. And that may be what the breakthrough is, okay? So don't be afraid of what you're hearing. Some of this could just be that you're finally seeing your own patterns, you're finally seeing your own limiting beliefs, your own behaviors, and recognizing that they need to change, okay? That's beautiful. And so just give yourself a big pat on the back and just be okay with it. Breathe through it, okay? Mars is in retrograde, and so it's very interesting that we have Mars reversed here because that kind of is symbolic of what's happening, and you might want to look up what is happening on December 6th, specifically with Mars being in retrograde, if there's anything going on, because I am not an astrologer. I just know basic things that are happening. I don't keep detailed notes of astrology. I bet I should, and it might be helpful, but regardless, I do know that Mars is in retrograde, and it's causing a lot of havoc right now. So now we move on to Wednesday the 7th. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse. Now, I know you're probably like, wow, that is a lot of reversals. All right, that doesn't mean anything. Now, there are planets in retrograde, and there's going to be quite a few coming up here soon. And so we're in the shadow of a lot of planets coming into retrograde, including Mercury at the end of the month. But we still got a few weeks before we go into the full shadow of that. But Mars is in retrograde, and there's something else I can't remember. Is it Venus? Is it I don't remember. One of them is. And so that's kind of why you may see quite a bit of these cards in reverse, but there's a lot of non-reversals coming as well. So, it is what it is. Just tarot. So on, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7th, there we go. Wednesday the 7th, we have the 9 of Cups. Can't always get what you want. I heard the Rolling Stones very loudly just now, but you can't always get what you want. And that's kind of the energy. It's taking a look at why you didn't get what you want. But let me say this, it's not the same perhaps as this energy back here on the 3rd. This may be now that you've experienced this aha moment the night before, you're able to reconcile clearly why that didn't work and how now you can see, okay, this is why I didn't get what I want, okay? And how I can correct that, okay? I feel like there is a lot of insight coming because look what comes the very next day. On Thursday the 8th, we have the Hierophant, we have Taurus. This is nice grounded energy. This is, you know, that very wise, following the path, following the rules. And so I feel like this aha moment really makes it clear to you how to get what you want, because it shows you what you haven't and how you didn't get what you want. Now you can follow the path. Now it's kind of like this. You have two ways of seeing this. When you come to that understanding of how it happened that you didn't get what you want, you can focus and continue to focus on what went wrong. And that's being a problem solver. You're focusing on the problem. Or you can be solutions oriented. Okay, I already know what the problem is. Here's what I did wrong. Okay, how do I solve that? Solve the problem. Focus on solving the problem. And the thing is now that you've seen what went wrong, you have a little bit more clearly a guidepost for what you should do, or at least the direction you should take. Don't go the direction you went. Turn around, go the other way. Okay? But there is definitely some clarity coming, and that clarity is going to give you some guidance going forward. And it feels like on Thursday you're going to get some guidance. And of course, and this is up to you. You have free will whether you choose to follow it, take it or not, but there is going to be some clarity, some understanding that if you follow this path, this will be for your best and highest good. Now you understand more, you see more, you really have become more eyes wide open. And that really, I mean, it's kind of beautifully demonstrated in this picture, you know, eyes wide open. It's interesting, even with this Aries energy coming in, the lightning flash making you understand the fire in her eyes there, you know. And here we are in December, being in Sagittarius season with the fire in her eyes. I just kind of love all the symbology we have happening here. Oh gosh, I love how this week is ending. Friday the 9th, looky there. We have the 2 of Cups. I have always loved this card, and I specifically love this particular deck, the way they show this. The Caduceus here, the sign of healing, of focus on being healed, being well, being in union, as within, so without, as above, so without, below. So what I mean is that you're really focusing on your mental, your physical, your spiritual, and your emotional health. You're focusing on healing and having healthy relationships with the person and the people that you love, with your friends and family, with your lovers, with your career, with your finances. Really treating money as the energy that it is, the tool that it is, not being afraid of it, not letting it, you know, believing that it's, you know, controlling you, or that you have no say over how money is in your life, that you can't, you know, command your own destiny with it, because yes, you can. It's just a tool, okay? And if you understand that it's just energy, and how you treat it is how it treats you. If you love it, it loves you. If you respect it, it respects you. That's actually true. And it took me a very long time to learn that lesson, but I did. And boy, did it make a big difference. And so your career, so your relationship with your friends, your family, your loved one, your lover, if you have one, with your career, with your finances, and with yourself. Okay, how you treat yourself, how you take care of yourself, how you think about yourself, how you physically take care of yourself, how you feed yourself, how you do you get enough rest, how you talk to yourself, how you, all the things. Okay, so this is the time when this is going to be a moment where there's going to be a lot, like I said, a lot of clarity gained and a lot of balance coming forward. But also, this is a card of union and partnership. So for some of you, this understanding that you've been gaining this during this time literally could be leading to a new partnership coming in, okay? Because now you're understanding how you've gotten in your own way, how things didn't work out, why things didn't work out, why, and how you played a part, okay? And so you kind of now made some room, opened the door a little bit for love to come in. For those of you who this is not applicable to, that's more likely you're getting, now it could be that a partnership doesn't have to be a love partnership. It could be a job partnership, a friendship, something like that. But, you know, a collaboration with somebody, something like that as well. But this is a very healthy partnership union that comes in. If that's not your story, it could just be that you are finally really getting in partnership with your higher self, learning to love yourself, take care of yourself, take care and nurture the relationships that take care and nurture you, invest in the things that matter, so that the things that matter, invest in you, right? So this is beautiful, healthy energy to close out this week, because then we go into Saturday. Love this. 6 of Pentacles, taking care of your needs, really focusing on, and not just taking care of you, but the community. This is focusing on, as you take care of you, you know, the community, as you take care of the community will take care of you, kind of that kind of energy. So this is going out and being of service to others, but also asking to receive your needs, and that you take care of your needs as well, okay? Very, very, very balanced end of the week after this kind of fire and water beginning of the week. So as far as the overall high point for the week, there is a lot of wisdom, a lot of understanding coming your way. Oh, you know what's so funny? That was blurry, and I was just looking, I was thinking that was a sword. That's not a sword, girl. What's wrong with you? That's the Knight of Wands. I was thinking this is his sword right here. That's his leg. Okay, that's the Knight of Wands, not the Knight of Swords. Okay, the Knight of Wands. Okay. As I said, for some of you, there could be a partnership moving in quickly, and it may be a very fun. It may start off with a bang, shall we say? And yeah, that's exactly what we'll say. It may start out with bang, but it may. There's a lot of fire, a lot of spark. There could be also, for some of us, a lot of arguing this week. Like I said, Mars is in retrograde. So there could definitely be this energy of fighting, agitation, irritation. Please try to remember, hurt people. And so this is something I've been doing when somebody insults me or tries to attack me or whatever lately, because I'm a Sagittarius, and I'm known to fight back. And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting too old and too tired for all that. So let's move on from past this and do something that a higher, more educated person would do. And so I just say to them, think to myself, hurt people, I say, you know, bless you, and move on. That's literally what I do now. And so understand that these arguments are coming towards you to bless you, okay? And that if somebody's attacking you, you don't have to engage, okay? But that there may be some lesson in this, some blessings in this lesson that you're going to learn from perhaps having an argument, disagreement, agitation, irritation of some sort this week. And so it's a very interesting that this is the overall high point, because that some people would think the argument would not necessarily be the high point, but it's going to teach you something. It's going to make something clear. For some of you, there's going to be some kind of fun relationship starting out with a bang energy. And overall, there is just a lot of fast moving energy this week. It kind of comes in with a bang and it settles down, but there's a lot of, like, it feels like kind of chaotic energy, to be honest with you. But that just makes sense to me, because that would be 100% the week I was born. I laugh about it. I'm the queen of chaos. But it's true. Chaos just circles me. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean just like you never know what you're going to expect. What to expect around me. And so that feels very, very natural to me to say that you're going to start out, the week's going to start off a little bit heavy and end in a very healthy, stable way. So, you know, let that be okay with... I just noticed this card sitting right here. I hadn't thought about this, but you know, we started off with bring love into the situation. So understand that this arguing and miscommunication and fighting may be pour love into the situation. Know that it's bringing something new. It's bringing some new wisdom. It's bringing something, a lesson for you, a blessing for you. Just trust that it is, okay? And the very last card of the week, the overall, what you need to work on, things that you need to work on for the highest and best good of your path. The 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So that's very interesting, because it's kind of the almost opposite of the Hierophant here. You can even see you've got the 3 people. Oh, there we go. You get the 3 people here at the bottom of this card, and then you get the 3 people here on the corner of this card. It's kind of a similar vibe. With the 3 of Pentacles being in reverse as something that you need to focus on for the best and highest of your path. The biggest thing is this is about you, okay? While we often want to bring other people, I'm trying to get this to focus, so apologize if I seem just ever so slightly distracted. I'm just trying to, here, let's just do this. Okay, let's focus. Let's come on back. Let's focus back here. There we go. This is about you, okay? So even though other people cross your path and interact with your path and they do impact you in your story and your path, this is not about them. This is about you. It's about taking radical accountability and responsibility. Like I said, this takes a lot. This sounds a lot like the whole month of December reading I did earlier. And I'll make sure that I link that so you'll see that. But this is about seeing where you are responsible for your path and how you blocked yourself from your best and highest good. And this is really a real wake-up call to you to understand. This is, I really feel like for some of you, you're leveling up. This is kind of like an ascension, next level kind of clearance. For some of you, you're finally letting go of this old pattern, habit, belief that no longer serves your best and highest good, and making room and finally some space to have something healthy come in and that you've been wanting to manifest. But either way, at the end of this week, you will have finally learned a new way to take care of your needs, to ask others to take care of your needs, and to demonstrate how you can take care of others as well. So this is going to be a beautiful week for you. I really do believe. Let's just keep this mantra in our head, bring love into the situation. And don't forget, love is not just for others, it's also for yourself. All right. All right, speaking of love, my loves, I love you. You have a beautiful, happy, healthy week. I'll be back next Sunday, the 11th, with a reading for the week. And then probably the week after that, besides bringing you the weekly reading, I will also bring the Talking to the Dead for December. Okay, so I look forward to talking to you all. You have a happy, healthy, wonderful week, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.